Hello there, this is the part 2 tutorial for the Sniper Can Shootdown game. It has been a while since I uploaded the last one, but by any means, let's just jump into it. So, in this tutorial, in this second part, we're going to be making the backdrop, and we might even start getting to coding the bottles. So, I'll convert to vector, just because I like vector a little bit more. Actually, no, let me convert it to bitmap first. I'm going to color in the background because you cannot actually do that in vector. Let's make it this light blue color. I think this is a pretty nice color. Let's go back into vector, so it'll stay there. And so what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to start making these boxes. Let me make the outlines black, and then I'll probably let's make it like a little bit of a gray, just so that, get some, some color clash. Whoops. Let me make that a little bit wider, just so that the line is a little bit more visible. And then I'm going to fill these in with different colors as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to make that. Let me just duplicate it so that I have a pretty similar little platform over there. What I'm going to end up doing over here is, let's make one that comes down from the ceiling, but let's make it a little bit of a thinner. And then let me zoom in a little bit. What I'm going to end up doing is probably, let's see here, maybe not have one on the ceiling. I was thinking that it could be a little bit of a hook, but you know what, let's just skip out on that one. It doesn't need to be too fancy, it just needs to have a couple of positions for the thing to spawn. Let me deselect that, however I choose to do that. And then I also might have a little pedestal that comes off of this thing. I call it a pedestal, I don't really know what that is. Or no, I should call it. But anyway, let me, undo. Let me grab my select tool. Let me drag them into the ground so that we can't see it. And let's fill these all in with a certain color. Let's say it's going to be this purplish color. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty cool. Anyway, so let's grab, now we're done with our backdrop. It was pretty simple. Let's go into a new sprite. I'm going to name it Can. We're actually not going to need more than just one sprite because we're going to be cloning it. Or not cloning it, we're just going to have it be teleporting almost when you hit it, so that it'll be in a different position. So now, what I'm going to end up doing is, let's make a little box. It's going to be just like that. Well, that's a little too wide because we don't want it to be to be too thick. There we go. Let's make it like that. And let's go ahead, zoom in a little bit, just so that we can end up doing that. And so let me just make this can. And so that's gonna make that bottle. So we're done with the bottle. I just kind of went for a kind of gradient effects, just orangish at the top, green at the bottom. I wasn't going for anything fancy by any stretch of the imagination, but anyway, we have it. So let me say when flag is clicked in events, I'm going to let's have this guy hide for now because we want to see where the positions are for our can. So let's say that that's going to be one position. Okay, so how this is going to work is forever, or when the flag is clicked, actually, we want to go to, let's make a variable, okay? Let's call it position, okay? For all sprites, because we don't really need to make it for the sprite only. Let's hide position, because we don't want that. That would just be cheating. Let's set position to pick random. Let's see, how many positions do we want? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So from 1 to 4 at the beginning. And forever, we're going to have 4 ifs. We could actually do, there are multiple ways to do this. You could do if, else if, so that's 3 and then 4. So, no, that's only 3 positions. What am I doing? Do that and that. So that could be 4 positions. However, I actually think that this would be a little less lag encouraging. So we're just going to do it this way. So if it equals, let's just start from 1 and go up. So if position equals 1, what do we want to be position 1? Let's go from left to right. So if position equals 1, go to, you can, if you're in a position, when you go into this thing, as you can see, it changes, the numbers change as I move it. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and drag it right there. And then that's all we need to do. So if position equals 1, go to there. Else, if position equals 2, let's make it that one. Then we can do that. Else, if position equals 3, then we can make it go right here. Whoops, not glide. There. And else, if position equals 4, go to there. So now we're done. And so what we're gonna do is we are going to say forever if, let's actually make a variable here so that when it's, let's see here. So let's make a variable that says shoot question mark. And there, so we're going to set shoot question mark 0 and wait until not mouse down. It's going to go up, wait 1 second, and then it's going to go back down. So once it goes up, we're going to set shoot to 1, okay? And then when it goes back down, set it back to 0. So what this is going to do is I can go back into this, and I can say if touching mouse pointer and, we're going to grab an and block, touching mouse pointer and shoot equals 1, then we are going to hide for, let's say hide, wait 0.1 seconds, 0.1 seconds. I just want to do this for effect. This isn't required at all. So hide, wait 0.1 seconds, and then show, and then also let's just duplicate this. Let's do that before the show. And so yeah, there we have it. So now if we go, if we click the flag, whoops, we need to have this guy show at the beginning. And so you will not know where the can is at the beginning. Oh, whoops. Let's have this guy go to front at the beginning. Little bugs here and there that we can fix pretty easily. And so yeah, look, you can see it, you can click it, and see it, click it. Kind of flickers. I don't know why that's happening actually, but it's not really a problem because it gives a little shattering effect. Actually, I kind of like that. So yeah, you can kind of like look around and you can try to find the can. So yeah, that is essentially going to wrap it up for the part 2 of the can shoot down game. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section. And I'll see you in the next tutorial.